Welcome to my channel MR Civil Consultant. If you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe it and also press the bell icon. In our previous video, we have discussed about the basic steps that are used in the design of RCC building in Etabs. In today's video, we will discuss about the how to define the grid system and story data in Etabs. So let's start today's video. Go to the Etabs. This is the interface of the Etabs. Okay, we will go to the file as we have doing the new project, therefore we will click add the new model. Okay, this dialog box will be open. Here we will use built-in setting with this option. So we will click here. After from here we will select our system, unit system, as we are working in US customary, so we will select it. Okay, from here we can select the code for steel, but this is not important for now as because we are designing the RCC building, so we will directly go to the concrete design code, and from here we will select our relevant code. As we have already discussed that we are designing the building as per ACI 318 code, so we will select this is already here. Okay, now we will click at the OK button. Okay, after that this dialog box will be open. If there is a uniform spacing of our project, then we can use this data. We can use our data here and can quickly draw the grid system. But for now we will click at the grid only and click OK. After that the three windows will be open. Okay, we will close this window and this window. As we can see that when the background is white, the grid lines are not too much clear. So what we will do, we will change the background color. For that, go to the option. From here we will go to the graphic preference, graphic colors, display. Okay, from here we can see that white background. From here we will select black background color, click OK. Okay, now we can see that the grid lines are clear. Now we have to edit the grid lines and story data according to our project. We have already discussed our project in our previous video. Okay, for that we will go to the edit. Okay, from here we will go to the edit story and grid system. Here we will click at the modify show grid system. Okay, this dialog box will be open. Let's open our project. Okay, plan. Okay, this is our project. We can see that in horizontal direction as well as in vertical direction the spacing is 15 feet between the grid lines. So we will go to the Etabs. Okay, there are two options. The first option is display grid data as ordinate. When we use this option, the Etabs will measure the distance from the origin point. But in our case, we will use the second option, that is display grid data as spacing. What will happen if we use the second option? The Etabs will calculate the distance from center to center of the grid lines. So we can see that in our project the spacing is given from center to center from the grid line. So we will use the second option. Okay, when we will use the second option, the last value will be 0. This value always remain 0. Okay, from here these are the bubble. From here we can change the bubble size, so let's keep it same. Okay, now we will modify our grid system, and now we will use our value. From A to B there is a 15 feet. From B to C there is a 15 feet. From C to D there is also 15 feet. Now we have modified our x direction data. Similarly we will modify our y direction data. Okay, for that here we will put 15 feet, here we will put 15 feet, and here we will also put 15 feet. Okay, we have modified our grid system according to our plan. So after putting that values we will click at OK. After that we have to modify our story data. As in our previous video we have discussed that our building is G plus 4-story building and the height of each story is 12 feet. So we will go to the modify show story data. Okay, this dialog box will be open. From here this will be our ground floor. So we will type here ground floor. Okay, this will become our first story, this will be our second story, this will be our third story. Okay, now we have to add one story above the story number 3. So we will click the right button of the mouse. Okay, from here we will go to the add story, and here we will click at the keep existing story height. Okay, this dialog box will be open. From here what will be the height of our story? That will be 12 feet. How much the number of stories that we want to add above the story number 3? That is one story. So there is a 1. Okay, insert story above story number 3. Okay, click OK. Okay, sorry, we will go to modify. From here we have to rename it. This will be our story number 3 and this will be our story number, sorry, okay, this will be our story number 4 and this will be story number 3. Okay, now we have modified this data. Now the height of the story, as we have already discussed, that is a 12 feet. Okay, we have put here. Okay, there is a very important concept of master story and similar story. When we use this concept we can quickly work on Etab. Okay, so let's see what is the concept of master story and similar story. Okay, here we will select ground floor as our master story. So we will click here yes, this will be no, and from here we will also select no. Now we have select that the ground floor is our master story, and from here we will select that all story number 1, story number 2, 3 and 4 are similar to our ground floor. For that, from here we will select, from here we will select ground floor. From here we will select ground floor. From here we can select ground floor and similar for this. Okay, now what will happen and what is the benefit of that master story and similar story? The benefit is that when we work or perform anything in our master story, similar work will also automatically do in our similar story. Means that if we draw a beam in master story, that is a ground floor, this beam will automatically draw in our similar story, that is story number 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, now from here we can see that how quickly we can work by using the master story and similar story. Okay, we have done with that. Now we will click OK and OK. Okay, now we have modified our grid system and story data. This is for today video. Thank you for watching.